Hello Whovians, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Whovian Notes. I know this feels like I'm just doing Whovian News, Whovian Notes, Whovian Rumours, Whovian News, Whovian Roads, but Whovians. It does sound like I'm doing a lot with the word Whovian. Yes, it is because as we're coming ever more closer by the day to Series 15, more things are being announced. More things are happening where Doctor Who people are at, and more discussions are needed. But I, as I keep on saying, don't do the whole rumors. I don't do any of that. So, what we've got to play with there is a whole nother realm of possibility. So, what we're talking about today is the fact that Stephen Moffat, who wrote the brilliant Joy to the World, who I don't know if he's lying, but said that Anita's got nothing to do with anything else and will never appear again as a one-off character. I've got a feeling that's a lie. I don't think his next statement wasn't a lie, but I've got a feeling this was a lie. He might have drank a little bit too much at the Radio Times party. So I don't know. But what I do know is that Stephen Moffat said, I'm not lying this time, and if someone like that says, I'm not lying this time, I repeat, I do not believe them with an inch of my life. Because if you're the one saying, oh yes, no, I'm not lying this time, then they are lying. What we've learnt from the BBC One British iteration of the hit format The Traitors, if you're lying, if you say, no, I am a faithful, I am not lying, and they're actually a traitor, then they are lying. So, is Stephen Moffat lying or not when he says, no, I'm not lying. I am not returning Doctor Who anytime soon. I'm not ruling out the possibility of me returning. This is paraphrasing his quote. So I'm not really quoting him. I'm just giving a rough estimate, a rough guideline of what he's saying, really. So he goes, no. I am not returning, but here's the but. Nope, not mine. Here's the but, not my but. Here's the but. I could return one day. Yes, one day. I shall come back. Until then, there'll be other writers, there'll be other series, and no regret. So, yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. And then he goes off. He also said that he could return. So, is he really lying? Because he said, I'm not lying this time, because he lied previously. Because he wouldn't tell anyone that he was writing Joy to the World. Which, he denies that Anita's going to be returning, but why say you need to look at the Series 15 finale to be able to write this story? Is Mr. Ben coming back? Is that what's happening? Is the grand final villain, the cartoon character, Mr. Ben? Which is a bloke dressed in a suit and a bowler hat. Really? That's going to be our giant villain? That would be hilarious if that was the case. That would make me chuckle like it's no end if that was the case. We are the villain. Oh, no, whoa. You're Mr. Ben with two N's. B-E-N-N. What are you doing here? I'm going to get you, Doctor. But hang on. What are you doing here? I'm going to get you, Doctor. Just you wait and see. No, you're Mr. Ben, and I'm taking none of that off you. Get back to the 1980s, 70s-ish. So, that would just be hilarious if Mr. Ben is the grand villain. It'd be like, what on earth is going on? So, I think that Stephen Moffat not returning is a positive thing, really, because Stephen Moffat wrote Douglas is cancelled last year, previously he's wrote The Time Traveler's Wife, the screen adaptation. He did Sherlock, and he also did, years before he did Doctor Who, Press Gang. So what I think he needs to do, he needs to work on making original ideas for a bit, because Douglas is cancelled was brilliant. So I think that if he works on more original stuff and leaves Doctor Who alone for a little bit, and then once he's got an idea for an episode, he can send that through to Russell, and Russell can say, oh yeah, I like that idea. I'll get someone else, I'll let Dawson, for example, to write it. So I think if he did chips in ideas every so often and doesn't really do anything in Doctor Who for a while, so if you give him a year, 2 years off, I mean that he can develop his ability as a writer even further by writing other programs that are sci-fi, that are comedy, that are drama, that are thriller, that are episodic. All these very things they could be doing. And then that would, in my opinion, fire him up to the world of Other Unknown. Because I think that's what you need as a writer. You could do a job for 10, 15, 20 years and you can improve in that time. But if you move away from that genre and write for another genre, then you improve in that skill so that when you go back to your original. So if he's done brilliant Doctor Who episodes, but if he moves away and makes 4 TV shows for ITV, the BBC, and Channel 4, Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatnot, and etc. If he makes shows for them that are comedy, thriller, crime, and all this, when he comes back to Doctor Who in a few years, his ability to write comedy, drama, and crime would skyrocket, and he would make way better stories than he already does. I'm not saying he's making bad stories. No. I'm just saying that he'll improve naturally from doing that to doing the next bit. And I think that that's what he needs. I think that's what Stephen Moffat needs. He needs time away. He needs to withdraw from the limelight to write some of his own original stuff that isn't based on an already existing IP. And I think that would really help Stephen Moffat's career, not just in the long term, but forever, because he will, A, have got another popular series like Sherlock was, and B, he'll be able to say, right, I know what I did last time was brilliant, but this is out of another world. Are you ready for this, guys? Are you ready? No, we're not ready. Whoa, that's incredible, Stephen Moffat. You've had a good 3 or 4 2 years off. And so I think that would, in the long term, help him. In the short term, would just give him more credibility in the world of British. And if he wants to write more American stuff, because Time Traveler's Wife was American, he never talks about it though in interviews and whatnot, which is slightly odd. But I think we just go with it, because he never got a second series, so I don't know if he wants to forget that it ever existed. And so there we have it. So it's a Whovian note, because it's not a rumour enough to say that he's never returning, and it's not news enough to say he's retiring from returning for now. So Whovian notes just means that I can talk about what I call the fact, but I can talk about rumour around him and opinion at the same time. I know I do that on every episode of the TV series Whovian News. I know I do that a lot, but I just have to keep my opinion here, so that on Whovian News we're all distributing the facts. In Whovian rumours, we're not going to be doing that often. Like once in a blue moon, we might do a Whovian rumours. But without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Time on to bye.
don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.